Hello everyone, and welcome to my CBS Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When Hope finds out that Steffy cheated on Carter, would she decide to tell Finn? Hope Logan Spencer hasn't been on screen much lately, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, so it's time to bring her back into the action. If Hope discovers anything shocking about Carter Walton and Steffy Forrester Finnegan, we can come up with at least one big plot point. Although viewers are aware that Steffy and Hope have been at odds over Liam Spencer for years, Hope's marriage to him is now strong. On the other side, Steffy's marriage to John Finn Finnegan is in complete chaos as a result of their most recent Sheila Carter incident and the shocking infidelity Finn is still unaware of. The dispute between Logan and Forrester Creations has rekindled Hope and Steffy's rivalry. Steffy was upset because Hope had unexpectedly joined Katie Logan Spencer's, Heather Tom, fashion firm. Given that Carter is Steffy's ex and Hope is her lifelong nemesis, it would be intriguing to watch her become entangled in this tale of betrayal in the future. What happens if Hope happens to be in the ideal location at the ideal moment for some eavesdropping? It's conceivable that Hope would overhear Carter and Steffy having a heated discussion. Hope may hear Steffy and Carter arguing that their inebriated error will never be discovered. If Hope finds out that Steffy cheated on Finn, she may be devastated by what she has learned. Hope might have to decide whether or not to expose Carter and Steffy. If their conflict worsens, Hope might be tempted to exploit this information to exact revenge on Steffy. If the circumstances are appropriate, Hope may even turn to blackmail. A different aspect of Hope, though, might think that becoming involved is a poor choice. Hope may see it as needless drama that she doesn't need in her life at the moment. Additionally, Hope still has feelings for Carter and is aware that this could ruin his union with Daphne Rose Walton. Hope may choose to remain silent if she learns the complete truth because she has made cheating mistakes of her own in the past. Hope may keep the truth from Finn and Daphne even if she confronts Steffy, Carter, or both. In any case, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Carter and Steffy's infidelity may eventually come to light, so don't miss all the issues that lie ahead. When Electra had the power, she just showed who she truly is. Electra revealed her darker side. Even if she is in pain over Will, Crew Morrow, this does not justify her current actions. She threatened to fire Dylan from her position at Forrester Creations in addition to slapping him. Instead of dealing with her grief in private, she turned the heritage of her family into a personal battle. Electra intimidated someone she thought had less power by using the Forrester name. She has a huge sense of entitlement, as demonstrated by Wednesday's episode. Electra behaves as though she is the owner of everyone in her life. Because of her family's reputation and tradition, she expects them to comply. She threatens to ruin their lives if they don't know what she wants. Dylan is currently in a precarious situation. After being homeless, she is attempting to start over. Because it is closely related to her personal life, her employment is now in jeopardy. Dylan's security and means of subsistence shouldn't be used as weapons. In this scenario, she is significantly less powerful than Electra. It is unjust to deal with financial blackmail because of a love disagreement. The Forresters never understand that personal and professional life should never collide. Will is still in the middle of this fire. Electra has become so enraged by his developing bond with Dylan that she would stop at nothing to exact revenge. He never intended for his actions to harm Dylan's career to this extent. Will may now have to witness the consequences of Electra's fury. Even though they are not coupled and Electra does not own him, she nevertheless acts as like he is her property. Her already damaged moral position is being destroyed by her fixation with dominating him. Will is caught between a new opportunity and an old flame. Will may become even more estranged from Electra as a result of her obsession with dictating his future decisions. Electra went too far when she used her financial influence on Dylan. This action reveals a far less admirable aspect of her personality. Beneath Electra's well-groomed facade, she is prepared to financially destroy anyone who gets in her way. Given what she did to Dylan, could Will still love her? Carter's dangerous Daphne move derailed Steffy's confession. Steffy Forrester Finnegan's attempt to be clean won't go as planned, as The Bold and the Beautiful reveals. Let's talk about all the turmoil. Carter Walton will also proceed with a cover-up that might backfire. Steffy recently acknowledged that she needed to tell John Finn Finnegan something at the Cliff home. Steffy is feeling a lot of guilt because Finn constantly emphasizing how his wife is pure, honest, and deserving of respect. Given that she recently had an affair with Carter at Forrester Creations, Steffy doesn't think Finn should think that of her. Steffy now appears prepared to admit what transpired, but something will unavoidably stand in the way. Whatever Steffy attempts to blurt forth, Finn might stop her and say it doesn't matter. However, Steffy might encounter another disruption. It's also feasible that Steffy will decide she can't bear to reveal her terrible secret. Steffy will probably give up in the end since she doesn't want to hurt Finn's feelings and exacerbate the situation. According to spoilers, Carter will take a chance when he decides to make amends with Daphne Rose Walton. Now that Daphne is giving him everything he's been wanting to hear, Carter might be tempted to confess as well, but he won't want to ruin his marriage. Daphne has made the decision that she is prepared to talk about family alternatives and that she cannot live without Carter. Carter will start a cover-up that could backfire because he will prioritize happiness and tranquility over honesty. Zend Forrester Dominguez will then have a proposal to consider from R.J. Forrester, Brian Nicoletti. When R.J. makes a pitch that most likely includes Electra Forrester and the New Youth line, Zend will be taken aback. Since Forrester Creations has to find the next big thing and fill the hole now that hope for the future is gone, Zend might think that sounds like a wonderful idea. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, R.J. will share his proposal and try to win Zend over, so keep an eye out. Will's risky attraction, Electra's threat, and Steffy's breakdown. This is a recap of The Bold and the Beautiful. Melissa Dillon and Electra Forrester got into a brawl on today's episode. Steffy Forrester Finnegan, meantime, feels awful, but did she speak the truth? With Steffy's back to him, John Finn Finnegan keeps speaking to her. The physician keeps pleading with his spouse. Steffy remembers putting Carter Walton to bed. The woman acknowledges that she overreacted, but Sheila, Carter and Finn destroyed their beautiful moment. Finn must begin advocating for her. Finn declares that he has had enough of making peace with Sheila. He needs his family to be at peace. The man proposes to obtain a restraining order against Sheila. Finn is often praising Steffy for being the ideal wife. She feels even more guilty as a result. Steffy begins to sob and tug at her hair. She needs to share something with him. Daphne Rose Walton is still hugging Carter over at FC. The man considers Steffy. Daphne inquires as to if she has already lost him. Carter claims she returned the ring to him. She left, breaking her promises, but she won't do it again. Until death do them part, she declares. Daphne is prepared to talk about parental choices. Whoa, that was quick. Without him, the nose would not want to live. Bold and the Beautiful recaps for Wednesday in the design office attest to Electra's continued thoughts regarding Will Spencer. She then considers Dylan. When the fictitious friend notices Electra, he offers to go. Electra says something sarcastic. What in the world is Dylan wearing? On the way to work, it appears that she attempted and failed to rob a motorcycle shop. According to Electra, the building has her last name. Dylan can be fired by her. Electra advises Dylan to resign. The woman is unable to do so. Electra advises her to quit acting like a victim. Dylan says all she wants to do is work. According to Electra, Dylan portrayed both Will and her. The woman is aware that she would simply run to Will in tears if she dismissed Dylan. Dylan claims that she will become homeless once more if she loses her work. This is not being heard by Electra. She will never again be stabbed in the back by Dylan. Will is questioned by Katie Logan Spencer at the beach house. Recently, the man has not shown up for work. Will claims to be the Malibu King. Why would Will continue to get closer to Electra's best friend if he truly cares about her? Katie is curious about everything related to Melissa. Dylan, according to Will, is laid back, entertaining, and doesn't want to be around her insane relative. Dylan was aware of the Spencers before to meeting Will, according to Katie. Katie cautions that she is an opportunist. Will says his mother despises Dylan excessively. Dylan arrived before Electra had even finished packing, according to Katie. Electra claims they have no future, while Will insists Dylan is a fine man. Katie disregards Hope. Will the Logan family war break out? According to teasers and updates for The Bold and the Beautiful, Katie Logan Spencer and Hope Logan Spencer might get into a fight soon. As Hope's relationship with Katie deteriorates, it appears that she may soon start to doubt her place in the Logan family. Hope initially accepted Katie's employment at Logan because she felt underappreciated at Forrester Creations. For a while, Hope seemed to benefit greatly from this arrangement since it gave her creative freedom and the chance to work with Deke Sharp. But now that Hope isn't Logan's biggest star, the dynamics might change. Given that the Forresters are anticipated to support a new youth line that will soon include Electra Forrester, this is especially likely. Hope might begin to feel excluded as Katie and Bill Spencer look for creative ways to maintain their competitive edge. Hope may start to second-guess her choice to leave Hope for the future as Katie focuses on upcoming projects and new hires. Hope's creative control may be compromised if Katie begins to interfere, which could result in a change in course that she would not like. It's possible that the difficulties Hope faced at Forrester Creations will recur at Logan, which would be unsettling. Moreover, Katie may even choose to stop Hope from speaking to Logan, which would definitely enrage Hope. Hope and Katie's collaboration in the fashion industry may begin to fall apart, which might seriously damage their family relationship. Hope has been successful at Logan for a while, but this steadiness may not last forever. It's only a matter of time until Hope and Katie's relationship experiences a significant upheaval because it doesn't seem plausible that B&B will let their harmony last forever. Hope might have a major argument with her aunt once things start to change at Katie's design firm. Thus, be on the lookout for any disturbing occurrences. Additionally, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that Brooke Logan Forrester may contribute to the conflict, so keep an eye on what happens next. Can Daphne and Finn forgive their spouses? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, John Finnegan was taken aback when his cherished wife slapped the rings into his chest after forcing them off her fingers. Standing next to him, Sheila Carter was more stunned than happy. Daphne Walton, meantime, was distraught back in Los Angeles, California. Because of her diagnosis, she was unable to have the child her husband so desperately wanted, which made her feel ashamed. Even though the aforementioned situations took place on different locations, the affected couples experienced comparable levels of destruction. This resulted in a classic soap opera scenario when Steffy flew back from Monaco and went straight to the legendary executive suite of Forrester Creations, the site of so many memorable dramatic moments over the course of nearly 40 years. The Bold and the Beautiful will commemorate 40 years on television next year. In 1987, the sibling program To the Young and the Restless made its breakthrough. The two remaining characters from the beginning of this episode are Eric Forrester and Brooke Logan Forrester, Catherine Kelly Lang. Over the years, a significant percentage of B&B's tales have been shaped by their hardships and day-to-day struggles. Love, marriages, family conflict, and breakups are a few of them. Thus, it makes sense that Stephanie Forrester, Eric's granddaughter and the namesake of his late wife, who passed away on the beach in the arms of her once fiercest adversary, made a mistake that had significant ramifications for the family's main company. After learning of her early menopause diagnosis, Daphne told Carter Walton that she had gone insane. Hilaire's character took off her rings and offered them to her sobbing spouse since she was so upset. Viewers witnessed Steffi's panic on the Monaco beach when she saw Finn's mother, more precisely, the area of Sheila's foot where two of her toes were missing. This resulted in an altercation, Finn being chastised for allegedly allowing his birth mother to be there, and her verbal declaration of divorce. After losing control, Daphne planned to take a plane to France so she could be with her family. However, she decided against boarding that aircraft. Steffi's turbulence persisted through two alcohol-related incidents. The first occurred on the plane returning to Los Angeles, then Carter joined her at FC for additional expensive drinks. Carter has experienced heartbreak before. He has been portrayed as one of the show's perpetually unlucky guys who can't seem to find or keep the right woman. Carter experienced intense guilt after confronting his wife, just like Steffy. After Finn arrived to the Cliff House and started the apology he had practiced both mentally and aloud during his long voyage home, Steffy was forced to turn her back on him. The truth must come to light. When that happens, two marriages are either unlikely to last or will end. The plot also raises the question of whether Steffy will become pregnant with Carter's child.